So I once just out of boredom started spinning a plate at breakfast. I went, I'll make some breakfast. I got the frying pan out, got the oil, cracked an egg, got some bacon, got some toast in, made everything ching plong, everything finished. I went, oh, and then served it all up on my plate. I was like, I need to video this. I need to video. That should be a YouTube thing.
That should be.
Oops. It's just like 3 little tricks. The Mills mess. And amazing.
Buddy, that's
the Mills
enough.
mess, I've since met and become really good friends with Steve. Oh, that's a tease, isn't it? Steve, the man that invented that trick.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Do they ever have more than one juggler on a cruise?
Very rarely. In fact, the guy I'm going to see in a circus family as a juggler, I've got a picture somewhere on my phone of him as like a 7 or 8 year old juggling in the circus.
Wow.
With his mum. His mum was a...
Over in Sarasota?
Don't know. Maybe, because it's...
A lot of
his cousin is the Walunders, the high wire guy who does the big walk across Niagara Falls and whatever.
Wow.
And anyway, I put a post on Facebook way back when. I said, it's pretty terrible, or it's a real shame. Or was it a shock? I don't know what the phrase I used. Because Justino and I were just both playing around upstairs. But he's a great juggler, really good juggler. But really, he makes his living as a magician.
Is that the one you have, the YouTube video when you're juggling with somebody else on a ship? Is that him?
Could be Dwayne. Maybe Dwayne. Black guy Dwayne. Maybe he was juggling with me. No, I don't think I was juggling with.
It was like the orchestra was practicing, and it was not a real show. It was just you're on stage and.
Could be so many times.
Maybe even Hilly Paul, perhaps. But I've got a few friends that I've got some friends that are jugglers, obviously. But then, yeah, I'm not sure how many people I've actually put on footage of us juggling on the ships. But it's but Justino, during COVID, all our careers shut down for a little while. Oops, hello. All our careers shut down for a little while, and he's now selling BMWs over in Tampa. So if you want to go and buy yourself a BMW in Tampa, anyone watching from home,
that's funny.
Go and see Justino Zuppe and ask him, he doesn't want to buy this BMW, but only if you can juggle these 5 clubs. And I think you'll find he will. And that's called a shower, and that's like the juggling move that you always see in cartoons. Hello. Or pictures. Yeah. There's always everything floating across. Whereas, really, most juggling tricks are a sort of classic cascade down here. Mm-hmm. So with the spinning stuff, I'll come down and see.
So you have to get that right on the middle?
Well,
yes, apparently.
Sit down, bud. Buddy, sit.
This is all the props you use on the ship?
Yeah, just, you'd have thought of bloody do it, wouldn't you, really?
Sit.
Wow.
The ball's staying, but the train, I know, buddy, it's
like this is more than I can handle.
Like, it's just a pure tease.
Buddy, I won't bring any more jugglers home, buddy. Don't worry.
I know, no more jugglers in this house. Sticks. Alright, so all the same tricks you would.
I'm going to pull him back a little bit.
That's right. Just make sure I know the fan, where my areas of trouble are. So obviously when you're doing falls, they just go up and down. But when you land a club, you can land single spin, double spin, triple spin, quadruple spin, and whatever 4.5 is.
Wow. How do you ever just learn this? You just...
Do you know, it's like, I suppose it's like playing an instrument. You play it badly until it's no longer bad. I remember my best mate Dwayne and I, we were watching Che, his son, play saxophone. For 10 years, he was. We're like, oh God, thank God he's not in the violin.
Yeah.
It was really bad. And literally, it was like we both were there when the penny dropped. And he went, I went, oh my God, you're playing! So it's like, one day you're here, and then slowly you start coming down, and then then you get more comfy. Lots of jugglers juggle up here. And I often say to them, when you're doing things up there, if you can bring it down here, one, you can work a comedy club, because,
Yeah. Really short ceilings.
Very low ceilings. Loads of comedy clubs are only small.
Yeah.
It's like so you one thing you want to be able to do is work a smaller room. But also when you come to do tricks, for instance, if I go under my leg, I just put my leg in the way, and the pattern doesn't actually change.
Oh yeah.
Looks effortless, doesn't it?
Does look effortless.
until I throw one at you.
It's like sky skiing.
That was not effortless.
It will be next time.
And then,
I
Wow.
remember that one. Did you do that
yeah,
on the ship?
I never do that on this ship.
How come?
It doesn't always work.
Did you ever drop them on the ship?
Yeah, all the bloody time. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Well, you
Well,
drop it in
I was-
on our cruise.
I was
Yeah.
wondering that because sometimes the ships are a little bouncy.
That doesn't really affect me.
No?
Really, strangely enough, it doesn't.
Then why are you so wobbly up there at 7 feet on the unicycle?
Yeah.
Rude.
It makes it look like he's wobbling. But somehow you think he's not the least bit out of control.
I love it when you're climbing on the guys' heads.
And I can't do that right now because of COVID.
Oh,
Really pretty
yeah.
At the moment, I'm getting like a step ladder.
Oh.
I'm climbing up on that. It's still funny, but it's not.
It's not
as-
the same as being able to harass them about their hair pieces, or whatever.
Sorry, buddy. I'm teasing you again. Sorry, we've got-
He's loving this. Look at that. I'll help you with that.
It's within reach.
Buddy, stay.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Are those clubs, is there standard juggling clubs, or do you...
Well, these
Yeah,
are
like
Standard.
these are made by a chap called Henry in Germany. And what you have here, it's a plastic cup. That's plastic, and it's wrapped around. There's a piece of dowel, wooden dowel, that runs from full length and then to end. Little plastic washer in the centre where this padded handle wraps around and attaches to, and that's one piece moulded plastic in the middle, so it's hollow.
Buddy's whining. Stop talking and
Is
start
everybody using the
juggling.
same ones, or...
No,
There, see.
I've been using
You're
Henry's
going back?
clubs since forever. They happen to be my club of choice. Although, oh, so close.
I've got him. I won't let him
So
get it.
close. But they're not. It's not heavy. If you can feel that.
It was heavier than I thought they were.
Yeah, it's not as heavy as the axes. I juggle axes, and they are really crazy heavy. Yeah.
They sounded
Nah, I'm
lighter
good.
than they feel.
I got
Yeah.
both my hands full.
But back in the day, it would be like Indian clubs, and they'd be like wooden.
Oh yeah.
Turned on, and they're heavy as hell, You hit one of them. A friend of mine does a whole routine. And he does this, and hits himself on the head. And he does like this constant bang, bang, and bubba bush. And I'm thinking, God, that was the old Indian club. There used to be an old classic routine where you juggle 2 bowling balls and then a very light sponge ball, but made to look like a bowling ball. And you juggle it, like juggle, 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 and then you throw the sponge one in the air. Then you come down on your head, and as it hits your head, you get the other 2 bowling balls, hit them together. So you get a donk, and then it's just a little clowning. And then if you guys come out the front, but it's the thing. So the Diablo.
Buddy, come over here. Buddy.
Yeah, I don't want to break
Come
my
here.
hands exploding. The Diablo I can throw crazy high. How are your neighbours? No one's there.
Oh, nobody's
empty.
there right now.
There's
Wow.
a very slight breeze coming across.
You gotta chase. How
Wow,
long
that's
is that?
high.
Whoa, too far apparently. Hang on a minute.
How high did that go?
Not very high.
Not very high?
Maybe 40 feet.
Looked pretty
Maybe a little
high.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
Okay.
4 seconds.
All right. Well, then we're going to change that because. The
Can
world
you
record
take
originally
him?
was done
Because
in
I'm trying
time.
to film and it's getting
Yeah.
extra shaky with him.
So the previous record was like
Thanks.
3.5 seconds, and the last time I broke it, it was over 5 seconds.
We saw that video.
Now, if you throw this one, you can't always catch it. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Holy cow.
5, 1006, 1007. 7 seconds. Like
Nice.
7 seconds.
Well, I like how you count.
1, 1002, 1003.
I can't even see it on
1005,
here.
1006, 1007.
There.
I didn't catch that one.
It had to be over 6.
It's probably closer to just a shade, around about the 5. But
So what does that do when you're going back and forth?
I'm spinning it so it rotates it.
Oh, okay.
I'm whipping
It
it across.
and that helps it go higher because it's in motion.
Like a gyro.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Oh, for goodness sake, I've got to catch it.
Boy, if Matt was here, Steve, he'd be like needing to get all these things.
All right, that's high.
That is so high.
Wow.
Wow. That's
How long did you do with that
impressive.
one?
The Diablo was one of the first things I ever learned. I was in Alton Towers, which is Britain's version of Disney World. And a chap was there in the street doing Diablo, and I had to go. I was 11 or 12, and I was just obsessed with it. I was like, oh my gosh, just learned to do the basics. But yeah, you can see it has like a little golf ball
Yeah.
indentation that helps it go through the air. But that is the Diablo that went higher than any other Diablo in the world.
That's
Wow.
cool. The world record Diablo.
There you are.
Where was that at?
In my back garden.
Ah.
Well, that one might have beaten it.
Yeah.
That last one, yeah.
That was pretty high.
A stopwatch on it. If it's over 5 seconds, that could be a new world record.
Oh, I think it's definitely over 5 seconds.
Yeah, so there you go, like that. Careful.
Does it feel real, Robert?
Does it feel real?
I don't think I would want to juggle.
Yeah. I don't like juggling. Just feel, we'll let it go, don't worry.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
How much does that weigh?
I don't know. It's too much.
Yeah, it's a lot more than I
It's-
anticipated.
It's immaturely too much.
It's really too much. Gosh, my mom can't even get her knives on the planes.
And that's the cable I pull out the wall
Yeah, I like that.
to make it look like the TV's break on the ship. But there you go.
That's
basically
cool.
The bag of tricks around how to put the bikes together.
Thank you for sharing.
Excellent. Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
nice.
Pete Matt.
Super cool. Yep, Pete Matthews.